It's another day and another build here in the studio at Microcenter, and today is going to be kind of a very special theme. Theme for today is...
stripping the flesh and salting the wound.
That's right, we're doing a Borderlands 4 theme.
I'm gonna take this off because I feel a little crazy, but I think that's kind of the point, yeah.
Can you breathe in that thing? Here, how do you like mine? It doesn't fit.
It might be a little small, but...
We're gonna talk about these a little bit later. Today we're gonna build a PC that is centered around Borderlands 4, which is out now.
Yeah.
Actually. At the core of today's build is going to be a 9800 X3D, and we have paired this off with the Sapphire Nitro Plus Radeon RX 9070 XT. And this is a really gorgeous looking GPU. So we're doing a Borderlands 4 theme build here, and Borderlands has a very interesting art style.
Yeah, it's all cell shaded. I like it a lot. I think that's really what has sold it as a game for so long, so.
This is a very good looking GPU, and this case over here, this Corsair 5000D, you're gonna see the theme kind of come together, and we have a couple of surprises for you in the end. 32 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 memory from G.Skill. I also paired that off with an MSI Pro Series. This is the Pro X870E-P Wi-Fi motherboard. This is gonna look really good. Everything is gonna be white, a little bit of gunmetal gray, a little bit of black, so it's gonna have kind of a muted tone to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw a little splash of color on there. So our Corsair fans, we're gonna have paired off with our Corsair case, but for our AIO, I wanted to go a little bit special. We have the Trikes Panorama SC360. I've used this before. Really easy to use, really easy to set up, but also really gorgeous looking screen.
I'm really excited. I have not even seen one of these before, and you said it's Trikes?
Trikes, Tri-X, I talked to the rep, he said either way is fine.
Okay, well, Trikes, I've never seen one before, I've never used one before, so I'm really excited to get my hands on it and see how it works in an actual build.
And our power supply is gonna be from Thermaltake. This is an 850 watt, 80 plus gold rated. And then for our SSD, SK Hynix Platinum P41.
Ooh, that's a 2 terabyte too. That's gonna give you plenty of room, because like 1 terabyte I always feel runs a little bit low sometimes, so that extra 2 terabyte can really let you play Call of Duty if you wanted to.
Well, and Borderlands 4, and Borderlands 3, and the pre-sequel, and Borderlands 2, and 1, and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
And Tales from the Borderlands, and Tales from the Borderlands 2.
Okay, there's a lot of Borderlands games. All right, well, I think it's gonna perform really well for Borderlands. What are like the recommended specs for Borderlands?
Yeah, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and just pull it up on my phone because it's a lot of numbers. Your minimum specs are an Intel Core i7 9700 or an AMD Ryzen 7 2700X.
Definitely covered there.
Yeah, 16 gigs of RAM, which is an absolute must for basically any PC at this point. So most people should probably have that, and I know that we have 32?
Yeah. 32, so we're looking good there.
As far as GPUs, you need the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070, the AMD Radeon RX 5700 XT, which is also a couple generations out, or the Intel Arc A580. The minimum specs look like it should be a fairly easy game to run, provided that you've built your system in the past couple years.
Well, at least with our 9070 XT, I think we're looking at some pretty good ray trace performance. We're gonna be looking at pretty good performance overall.
Check your stickers.
Oh, that's why it wasn't going, because I had the thing in the way. All right, so motherboard's prepped. I'm just gonna get the cooler stuff going. This cooler's pretty cool. They magnetically align. Notches to help keep it together, and then there's this little, you can see there's some electronics in there.
Yeah.
So it's like a pass-through for the connector. The last connector is gonna go to our little controller, but the idea is that the magnets help them sort of align a little bit easier.
Right.
So you can see the Corsair logo here on the side. I'll just take this next one and it'll just click together. So the IQ system that they have for this, like this linking system, is actually pretty cool. I like that. Just a white dipped, screw head. That goes the extra mile to make your build look cleaner. Everything's all done, we're all set. Time for our GPU.
Awesome.
Good looking guy. Now, one thing I want to call out about this, we were talking about, the panel comes off, which is pretty cool. But another interesting thing about this, a lot of the AMD cards have just been normal 8-pin PCIe. This is one of the few AMD cards I've actually seen with a 12 volt high power.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's not impossible, but it's rare. You don't see it that often, so that's something to take into consideration if you're gonna get this GPU. What are we thinking for aesthetics to make this a Borderlands PC?
We do obviously have a lot of projects that we've been working on in a wide variety of states of completion.
We've been talking about doing a Borderlands themed PC build for a while, and I'm gonna get this GPU bracket in while you talk about that.
All of these are 3D printed. That is the one thing I will say. All of these are 3D printed. You can see these two, unpainted, untouched, just the base 3D print. Jordan has done this Psycho mask so far.
Like a white primer, detailing some of the shading a little bit. I've been playing around. I did the gunmetal for like the gas mask parts, but I wanna put some final touches on this guy. I think we can knock him out. And then I have lenses that I wanna get in there as well.
And obviously, we have a handsome Jack mask. This one is the unpainted. This is the one that I painted myself. I would say it's all right. It was actually my first time doing a full-on paint job like this, and I am quite pleased with how it came out. I think it looks really nicely. It was a lot of airbrushing. I actually laid down I think I used a black base for everything before putting everything over it.
You did a black primer, which surprised me, because then, yeah, you really have to build all that back up.
The one thing that is really cool about painting, and especially with 3D printing, number one, if you screw it up, you can print another one, really nice and easy. But it's also just a lot of blending. So a lot of times it was just a matter of putting on more paint and then adjusting it and making sure it matches with everything else and giving it again and again and again until it actually ended up, I mean, I think it looks like Handsome Jack.
What I'm impressed the most about this is that we printed that. He's never painted anything before, and in one afternoon, I sort of very roughly taught him how to airbrush, dry brush, do a couple of like quick details, taught him what a zenithal is, and he kind of did all that in one afternoon and sort of came up with that. Not bad.
Again, I'm pretty pleased with it so far, but I am excited to continue because I know that we have a lot of other 3D printing projects, other 3D printing painting projects, and just a lot of things to really kind of start elevating our builds a bit more from just a build to something with a little bit of extra flair.
There we go. There's a support arm that mounts into the PCIe brackets over here. I'm gonna be honest, it's a little tricky. It's a little bit tricky to get it installed. That's what I was doing this whole time you were explaining. Because I kept dropping the screws. It's not because it's actually that hard, it's just that it takes a minute. But now that we have this nice support bracket, that's gonna look pretty good.
Yeah.
So the printer we used for the masks was the H2D.
Okay.
But now we have the H2S, which is a bigger build volume.
Yeah.
So that means we can get away with a little bit more in terms of how big we can make these. So the cable comes in, snakes around on top of the GPU, and then it's covered by this nice little cover. That's gonna be looking pretty good. Here at Microcenter, we're taking the personal computer, and we're really going all in. So we're trying out a couple of different things, but the idea is I want to be able to modify this case, or at least the panels on this case, to really customize this build.
Yeah.
We're calling it a Borderlands 4 PC, so why don't we get some Borderlands?
Right now, we have some masks just kind of thrown on top of it. We picked some themes to like match the stylings, like the patterns and everything. But like, yeah, I think you're right that it is a little bit like we're calling it a Borderlands PC, but
Come with me, we're gonna look at something really cool. All right, so if you've seen our videos, this is the Ufimake UV printer. This is actually pretty cool because it uses a UV curable like resin ink, and it can print on any material. This would be perfect for printing on this like panel.
Yeah.
So we could print whatever we want, Borderlands theme.
Oh, that sounds incredible. Let's do it.
Only one problem, it doesn't fit.
Why'd you bring me over here then?
Well, because I want to show you this next cool thing. We went and we bought one of these. This is a massive UV printer. This is the CET Color Q6 I got this used, but this is a larger format UV printer. 48-inch by 96-inch print bed, I think. It might be a little bit bigger, actually.
I would like to pretend like I haven't seen this before, but I've helped move this through our entire place, so I'm well acquainted with this 3,000-pound beast.
She's got wheels. And the cool thing is it can print on any material. This is the professional version of that Eufy Make UV printer. And this is what we're gonna use to print on to cases. So we can put custom designs, we can put logos, we can put pictures, whatever you want. The only problem is I just got the electrical installed and I'm still waiting for our service technician to come here and help us get this set up.
Yeah, no power, don't work.
So unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait to use this just another couple weeks. In the meantime, we're gonna try something a little bit different.
Got one last option?
One more. This is Cricut Maker 4.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is we're going to print on these vinyl sheets and we're gonna make some decals in vinyl that we're gonna put on our case.
All right.
It's fancy stickers, basically, but I'm thinking we have these really cool character images.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be cool, we could put some characters along the bottom, and then we'll put like a nice Borderlands logo, maybe along the top up here.
I think that'll look really, really nice and just give it that extra little push to be like, no, this is a Borderlands PC.
I'm gonna start working on some of the artwork over on my laptop over here.
Okay.
You have the fun job of getting that onto here and getting it laminated.
I unfortunately volunteered the fact that I am pretty good with stickers, and let me tell you, they ran with that.
It's weird he put that on his resume.
This is our Cricut board. I guess we can call it that. All we're trying to do here for start off is just line up our sheet so that it matches perfectly. Like quite a nice lineup right there. I do want to make sure that my ink is dry before I apply this next vinyl sheet and before I start rubbing my hand all over it to smooth it out, because otherwise you will smear your stickers and we don't want a smeared sticker. And this whole thing right here does just peel right up super easy, so I'm not too worried about it at this point. This sheet's the scarier one, because this sheet takes it and puts a vinyl laminate over it. I only really have one shot at this. We have more, but it requires more printing. Jordan already said that we're never printing again.
Yeah, it's one and done, buddy.
Let's see what happens. This is a little bit uneven.
No, you lost it.
Yep, it's gone. All right.
Yeah, you gotta use this thing while you do it. You
Okay.
gotta start shimmying it while you go down. All right, Sean, check it out. So I got the character sheets done.
Awesome.
All right, cool. I'm gonna start printing and we'll go from there. All right, so for the printer, we went for the Epson P900. This is actually a really nice photo printer. This is a 10 color inkjet printer. This is really, really high quality. So this is gonna give us the best looking kind of like vinyl stickers that we're gonna get for this PC case, short of the UV printer. So this is gonna look pretty good. All right, so the way it's gonna work is it's gonna print out onto the vinyl paper, which is gonna come out through there. Once that's done, he's gonna line that up, he's gonna laminate it, and then we put it into the Cricut Maker 4. Cricut Maker 4 is going to scan it and then cut it out. We're gonna use this little tool and we're gonna pry it off and stick it right in the case. All right, so we got the first round all cut out. Everything's on the board here. And now we're gonna stick them on. So who do we have? We have Moxie.
That's Amara. I can tell you that she's from pre-sequel. I have not played 3 yet, or 4 yet. 4, oh my goodness gracious, I forgot about 3.
All right, so you wanna start with Moxie?
Yeah, let's do it.
So what I'm doing is I'm just prying this off. It's already cut out, and so it's relatively easy to get, but you still wanna make sure you don't rip any of the more sensitive bits. Right, maybe like here. So it's still a little translucent because I want any RGB, like especially at night when it's like dark and the light coming out from on here, I kind of want the light to shine through here.
Right.
So I think it's gonna look pretty cool.
Echo. I'm just gonna call it an Echo.
Yeah, it's the thing you use for the internet in the game.
Yeah.
I didn't finish painting this, but I did finish our build over here. So our build is finally done. We finally got everything together. We got Borderlands installed. I gotta say, I'm really happy with the way that this came out. What do you think?
I think it looks incredible. I think the stickers have all come out absolutely gorgeously. I think that I see we've added a little claptrap in there. That was a new thing that I wasn't aware was gonna happen until this morning, and it looks really good.
So the claptrap was a resin print that we did with our Elegoo Saturn 16K.
Okay.
That's a really good, high quality resin printer. I had this guy, took him home, I painted him. So it took me about 2 hours, but it was pretty easy to paint. The good thing is that, and this is no shade to Borderlands, but the art style is very forgiving for novice painters like myself, except in the case of my Lilith that her makeup's real bad. Her makeup is real bad. Hey man, look, I've only been doing this a couple of months, so I need some practice, but I'm gonna work on it.
It's the small features that things get really hard on, and
that's why the Handsome Jack, I just left him with the Zenithal. I just left him like that. The stickers came out pretty nice. I like sticker bombing my PC.
Yeah.
Actually, both of my PCs at home are sticker bombed.
Okay.
One of them has like Futurama stickers everywhere, and the other one is just like nonsense.
Yeah.
But I'm actually really happy with the way this came out. The claptrap looks really good, but I gotta say the trike's cooler.
I was just about to comment on that. That is so high quality. Like, is that a full 4K? Like, what's the resolution on that?
Ridiculous high res, like AMOLED screen.
Yeah, because it looks so crisp, so clean. I mean, I've seen LCD screens on AIOs before, but nothing with this level of clarity.
This is just because the GIFs that I'm playing are kind of like low quality, but if you put some like...
You're calling those are low quality GIFs?
Yeah.
Those still look incredible.
The images that they have in there are like way sharper in the software.
Kidding.
And the software's really nice too. We got our fan covers that we 3D printed.
I was also gonna mention those. Are those natural colored or did you spray paint those or?
I airbrushed them, so I did a kind of like a little darker undertone, a little like highlight with some like yellow golden-ish.
Yeah.
I edged it with one of the markers.
You mentioned you freehanded that?
I did.
It looks really, really good, and I think it really fits the Psycho vibe, especially of that just, there we go.
So we printed this with the Bamboo Lab H2D, which I really like. We did a couple of masks. This is your handsome jack that you made. We didn't size this one correctly, so it doesn't fit anyone's head.
I mean, if you try really hard, it might, but.
How does she run? Let's take it for a test drive. We have Borderlands 4 installed here. Let's try it out and let's see how it performs.
Sounds good. I am gonna start off by picking the Siren. I'm gonna tell you that right now because I played a Siren in every single one of these and they are just a ton of fun to play.
And the 4 new characters from the game, those are the 4 stickers that we actually put on the top up there.
Nice.
And then we have some of the recurring characters on the bottom with the logo there. So while he's setting that up, we paired this off with an Alienware 32-inch AW3225DM. This is a really nice 32-inch curved monitor. Now, this is a 2K WQHD, so it's like a 1440 resolution, but 180 hertz, and I think it's gonna run this game really well.
This is looking, really quick aside, this is looking like some Doom the Dark Ages nonsense right here.
Yeah.
Did you catch that
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah.
I played a little bit before he came and played this, and yeah, the intro is actually kind of interesting. It seems like everything is just ripping off of Dune. Like, I don't know, it has like Dune vibes.
I'm not gonna complain about that. I love Dune. I've always been a big Dune fan.
One last thing about this monitor though, it's blue. I've never really seen a blue monitor.
No,
White or black.
it's a very light blue too.
I like this a lot actually, it's kind of a nice color. Okay, so he's starting off on the intro level here, but I'm running this on all high settings. I just kind of maxed this out. I do have FSR on, and I do have frame gen on as well. So that AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT, it's working pretty well because we're getting, what, 155 frames right now?
Just about, and we're definitely starting to get into some fighting. I wish I could control my mouse, but that is neither here nor there.
User error. Get good. But yeah, 150 frames, 154, that's all looking pretty good. 1%, 130, like you're looking pretty fine.
Well, I'm out. Oh, okay.
GPU utilization, I mean, your temps are looking great. GPU temp is like 57, CPU temp 63, so everything's performing really, really well. So all in all, performance is there. Our Borderlands 4 PC is performing really, really well. And with enough practice, Sean might actually get good at this game.
Maybe one day. Don't look at my Borderlands 2 hours.
So make sure you stop by your local Micro Center because you can get your hands on PC parts to build a PC as cool as this guy. And remember, we paired off that 9800X 3D with that 9070 XT, and I gotta say, AMD really knocked it out of the park with parts this year. So I'm really happy with the way this looks and performs. So stop by your local Micro Center, and if you don't have a Micro Center near you, then be sure to comment #IWantAMicroCenter near me. They're magnetic. You might have heard me doing this the other day. That didn't work.